Okay, do you want to do the Becky Lynch thing, and then we'll?
Yeah.
All right. Is that another get the fuck out of here?
It's kind of already. Yeah, she's about to.
I've been saying it. We already did a get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we did a
Becky
get the fuck with the same subject, but it's now coming into fruition. So she never re-signed the contract as of yet, and it now expired after that match with Liv Morgan on Raw, which I said to you was kind of fishy that it was a steel cage match for the women's title of the night right after a pay-per-view, and Becky Lynch rematch with Liv Morgan. It really felt like a farewell match
for Becky
Lynch.
Yeah, you did point out that it was kind of like out of nowhere to have a steel cage match.
Yeah.
It did feel kind of like, I mean, she did say it on the pay-per-view that she was going to go, she was going to challenge on Raw for the title. Yeah. So they did call it, but
it was just
it did still feel rushed even with that. Like,
it was just an audible for it to be a steel cage match.
Steel cage match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear she might not sign.
Yeah.
She might not resign.
She's the money negotiation didn't come to par for her liking. She expected to make the same amount as male main eventers. And
we talked about that.
Still work her time and be a mother at the same time. So she wants to be compensated for being a mother wrestler.
I mean, what makes her any different from any other woman that's working right now? Most women, because they're saying the same thing.
They didn't get cocked they didn't get a fucking cocked and oven baked.
Yeah, but
that's Charlotte stepped down after having kids.
That's the thing. Like, at least be respectful, and like, first off, save your money.
You want to have your husband go out and work. Have money. You want to get paid for being a deadbeat mom because you'll never be home. You'll always be traveling, or you're going to take them with you. They're going to be freaking carny kids.
No, I think what she's saying is that she wants to be paid to stay at home as well.
She wants to be paid. No, she wants to stay, but be paid for staying because she's a mother.
That's what I'm saying. Where she's not wrestling anywhere else and kind of wrestling like a lighter schedule on WWE, or wrestling the same schedule but having the time to be a mother. Yeah. Because I'm sure they're not getting paid hourly. You know what I mean? They're getting paid salary. Yeah. So it's I'm sure they probably get paid quarterly or something like that, monthly maybe.
Whatever it is.
But point is that I think that's what it is. She wants to have time to be a mother, but also be paid as like almost like on some Stone Cold shit.
I want to be
legend deal,
top performer pay, and work half his time because I want to be a mother. Oh, right, I want to be Roman Reigns. I want to be John Cena.
Right, but the only problem is she's not worth a fraction of what they're worth.
She's not worth.
She's useless,
a return.
Actually.
Her return pops wouldn't be as grand.
Really, that's all she would have.
To be honest, as much as we love Charlotte, her return pops are not even all that anymore because they just know it's coming. But it's like Brock Lesnar.
The thing is at least you know Charlotte's going to give you something. She's going to give you some kind of something to be interested in. Becky doesn't have that.
To be honest, first of all, it's women's wrestling. I hate constant returns and grabbing the belt and have the belt until I'm leaving again. And then I shake that person's hand, smile while on the floor like, you know, it's a glorious day. And then they're gone again for 6 to 8 months and then it's all over again, the same shit.
But you know why they do that. This is my theory, is that's the only way they can preserve like the interest in these women. If they were there,
they do that with men too
all year round. Well, maybe that too. Maybe
they did it with Goldberg. They did it with Brock Lesnar.
You're talking about specific people,
but it's the same. Those are people that they're not full time,
but they were worth it. Is what I'm saying. Like Brock specifically. I don't know about Goldberg.
Bro,
but Brock was worth the money.
Eventually, they started there's clips of Brock getting booed when his music is coming back out and he's coming for the title.
Yeah, but he was a heel. I know what you're talking about, though. There was a point where it was getting tiring of having him.
It got to the point where there was a fucking WrestleMania where the match was like 13 seconds.
Yeah,
for a title.
That was Kofi, wasn't it?
No, it was Brock and Goldberg.
That wasn't that short.
It was 13 seconds. It was the next year after it was longer.
When Austin was the ref.
Yeah.
That was 20. Yeah?
What?
That it was
I think
Goldberg and yeah. But that's what I'm saying is those guys were at least worth it. Roman was worth paying that much money later, at least when he was doing the Bloodline. He was worth paying that money to have him not be there as much because it actually helped his character. And when he was there, he was interesting. Becky isn't. Hold on, real quick. Becky isn't interesting on the mic. She can't cut a promo. She can't talk. She can't. She could barely wrestle anymore. She sucks in the ring. She wrestles like a crash test dummy.
Roman's thing is a little different than like I'm saying, even the Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, because Roman was champion and not on the show, so it held like a better prestige for the title when I am here. I'm here. Here's my presence. I'm the champion. I don't have to be on
old school because the champion wasn't always
on the show.
There.
That was cool. But when I'm saying they're not there for 8 to 9 months, come in, get the title that night or like the next pay-per-view over, hold the title for 2-3 months, give it off to somebody else, and then they disappear again. But they'll be on the show those every week throughout, or probably miss like a week or two. But they'll be there for that little short period of time they're there for.
Well, let's be fair. And
it's like a pay-per-view to pay-per-view.
Injuries you can't count. So, like, I get those, like, situations where they lose the title because they have an injury, that kind of thing, and then they disappear for a while.
It even got to a point where, with Undertaker, and they're having the streak thing, he had zero storyline, but that night before WrestleMania, Taker has a match.
But that's because the streak became the thing.
The streak became a thing, yeah, but it's just like it's the way to get him there that one time a year.
No, what it became was like something to win. So, for instance, the King of the Ring, right? You don't necessarily have to have storyline because the story is the tournament itself.
Yeah, and to be honest,
whatever happens
the streak
in that tournament
was never like. It was a thing that was. I don't know if it was a fan or someone brought it up. But it wasn't like something that was scripted. That Undertaker was always winning.
Oh yeah. It started to become like
it was
noticeable
only
at like 9 or something.
It was WrestleMania 30, I believe, is when they started realizing that was like.
No, it was a little because I remember seeing signs where people were saying like 10-0, 9-0 even. I think there was like maybe those were fans that started noticing it. But I think WWE, you're right, started noticing it like a little. Like, it became a thing.
And I think it only became a thing. This is just my theory. It only became a thing when he wasn't that appealing anymore. He was slowing down.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because the thing became the streak.
He's no longer on regular shows because he has to preserve his body and things of that nature. So let's just make the streak the thing and he comes out for it.
To be fair, though, The Undertaker is a special case. Just because of his character, he became more of like mythological than like it became more of like lore and legend.
Watching the documentary of the last 10 years of WrestleMania, he just became we have the Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even to me. Even how they were talking about it in the documentary, it wasn't giving the Undertaker the legendary status more than, we have the workhorse. You get what I'm saying?
And let's be real, the Undertaker didn't become that workhorse type of wrestler until later in his career.
Yeah, because John Cena came back from, I guess it was a movie stint or an injury stint, and they never had anything lined up for him for WrestleMania. And Vince just was like, you could go against Taker. I think he already lost his streak at that point. And they're just like, oh, just go against Taker.
I don't remember for sure. That's where it got a little foggy for me.
That's the one when John did promos every week.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Challenging him out. Yeah.
And he was sitting in the crowd. And
yeah, that's the when he was like a crowd attendant and Undertaker finally came out. It was like a 20-second match.
Yeah, it was really short.
A really short squash match. And it was just like, oh, we had the Undertaker.
That might have been after he...
That's after he lost the streak.
He lost the streak. Yeah. Yeah, I think Undertaker's a little like a little bit of a different case, just because there's nobody else that had that streak. Yeah. So you have to treat that because it's the only thing, the only one.
I think someone else now has a streak. They're talking about. I think it was not Kevin Owens. It was somebody that's starting to have a
little streak,
little streak going in WrestleMania as well.
We'll come back to that, I guess. But what were we? Oh, Becky. My point is that she's not worth the money.
She's not worth the money. She's not even worth the deal where she's like a Charlotte. No, because that would probably have to have her have the title again, like she just did. Where I guess she was just a holder of it until they could figure out what's the next move, since Rhea had a kooky accident.
Yeah,
it was just a curveball, but
Jay give it to Becky.
Now it's just going to be curveball for a while until she's back,
or until
because Liv Morgan to get it back is like back. Okay, Liv, that was weird.
Who knows? Maybe they'll fucking do something with it. At least she knows how to somewhat talk.
Yeah, or maybe the original match was going to be Liv and Rhea because that's what it was building up to.
Yeah,
and Rhea was going to win. So it's just right when Rhea comes back and they go against each other and she has a title, Rhea wins and gets it back.
I totally forgot about the Dominic connection. So yeah, I think that's all they're going to build towards. Rhea might be coming back relatively soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and they did just kiss, but you did say it was an Eddie. It looked remnants of Eddie of.
Well, people were sharing the when Eddie Guerrero got caught cheating on China with Godfather's hose.
Yeah.
And then he was begging her to stay. Bro, like there's a point where like she's walking and then he comes running up behind her. He looked exactly like Dominic. Like I thought somebody edited it in to make it look like him.
That's crazy.
It's hilarious. Yeah. But it was funny, the comparison too. Because he's going, "Mommy, no, don't leave me." He's calling her mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe BNTO, shout out to you, sir.
What up, Joe?
He says Charlotte will be back soon. Also,